What's going on, guys? Johnny here, back with another video. Enjoying the Florida weather a little bit. Best time to be in Florida, it's during the winter. I hate the cold, but Florida cold is just right. Anyways, today I wanted to share with you 4 quick tips on how you can improve your English if you're a non-native speaker. So let's get started. Okay, so number 1 is to record yourself. Generally, we're not used to looking at ourselves from another person's point of view, and recording ourselves allows us to see those bad habits that we may have that we're not necessarily aware of. For example, this is something I aim to do when I record myself and upload these videos to YouTube. It allows me to look at my body language when I'm speaking to the camera, and it allows me to practice my English thinking quick on my feet. So definitely it's a great way to sharpen your skills, especially if you're a non-native speaker. And I would definitely recommend you do this. Even if you don't plan on uploading them to YouTube, you can just record yourself and look at it for practice. I know some people prefer to maybe just talk in front of a mirror. That makes it feel more comfortable. Really personal preference, but definitely you should be looking at yourself, looking at your mannerisms when you're talking. Where do your eyes tend to drift towards, and things like that. The second tip would be to join a Toastmasters club. If you don't know, Toastmasters is an organization that focuses on developing people's public speaking and leadership skills. And back when I used to live in Dallas, on my first job, they actually had like a Toastmasters club on site, and based off a recommendation from a friend, I decided to go ahead and join because I thought it would be a great opportunity to practice not only my English but my corporate lingo, so to speak. This is something that I consider was really helpful in my development, because the way they work is you get assigned certain tasks, typically like a theme, and you have to design a speech around that theme, and you have to present it in front of the group. And then at the end of the speech, you're going to get feedback based on certain criteria. Sometimes it'll be if you're using slides or not, or if you're improvising the whole speech, your control of your tone to portray your emotions and things like that. And it's very, very helpful to hear feedback from people who are typically more experienced in crowd control when addressing a certain topic. And definitely something I would recommend you at least consider or participate at some point. You don't necessarily have to join, but it's a good experience to put you on the spot and work on learning to be quick on your feet. The third thing is to get used to reading out loud. We are very used to reading in our heads, whether that's reading from a book or a cell phone or a computer screen, that we tend to get used to everything sounding perfect in our minds. But when we find ourselves in a conversation, it's pretty common to stumble on certain words if you're not used to pronouncing them often. It might seem kind of silly, and I know it's slower to read out loud, but it really helps to put focus on those troublesome words if you want to improve your pronunciation. And the fourth and final tip I have for you is to stop stressing so much about your accent. You're not going to believe the amount of people I've met that are afraid to speak in English because they're worried about how they sound or how they pronounce certain words. When in reality, I've met so many people that butcher the English language, or their accent is so thick you can't understand them over the phone, that they don't overthink that stuff. They just talk the way it is, and more often than not, people will make the effort to understand you or help you out if they see you're struggling. You can pretty much always tell when someone's not a native speaker just by looking at the person or hearing them speak. So definitely something that I encourage you to get out of your own head and just start talking. Like everything else, practice makes perfect. With that said, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you so much for watching. Like always, if you enjoyed, be sure to click a like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.